All right, here's my review of House of Contractors. I ordered this compactor. Um, this is how it showed up. This is broke open. I don't totally blame the company for this. The shipping, it's clear that UPS was a little rough on this, okay? But bear with me. So I'm gonna imagine the shipper probably didn't put this tape on here. That was probably UPS. Part of the reason I think it was UPS too is because it was supposed to be delivered, I believe, like on a Tuesday, and so I specifically didn't go into work that day because I thought that I would have to be here for something this big, and I tracked it so many times I actually got locked out of UPS because it makes you put in a one-time passcode. I did it like 10 times just to see where it was and throughout the day and check and check and check and check. And then it's weird. I watched the UPS guy on the map and he went next door and then left and didn't deliver it. I literally saw the truck too. So I was weirded out. He didn't deliver it on that Tuesday. And then sure enough, like later, like 6 p.m., I got a message saying it'll be delivered on Wednesday. And then it was, but I was at work. And so he delivered on a Wednesday, just dropped it off. I got him on the ring cam dropping it. And I just said, hey, do I need to do anything? And he's like, no, I'm just dropping it off. And, it's in a crate. So he didn't say it was damaged, but I wasn't there to inspect it, right? So here's where I'm getting at. This was a little messed up. So I was kind of sketched out. It's not a real durable crate, but I guess I don't really know what else they would do. I can't really knock them on this crate. But clearly it was dropped or something, right? And I'm trying to give you any evidence that this is not my tape, but you have to take my word on it. It's not my tape. This is not how I would try to set this up. So the thing is, I had this. They had a nice return policy, a free return policy or a return policy if it's sealed and unused. But I'd have to pay the shipping. So I ordered it. It took a little bit longer than I would have liked, and then I got hammered with rain out here. So I was going to do compaction in my pond down there, and we got in Southern California, end of 2025, got hammered with a 4-inch storm. It's all flooded. There's like 12 feet of water in there. So I realized I really can't use this for what I wanted to use it for. So I figured, you know what? At least I didn't even open it up. Let me return it. And I sent them a message saying, hey, I'm going to request a return. And also, so your crate's broken. And so they said, nope, you can't return it. No returns on that because, this is the problem, because you opened it. It's no longer sealed. And I said, no, I didn't open anything. Like, this is the extent of what open is. See, it's still in the plastic in there. It doesn't really look like it was damaged. But at the same time, too, when I move this around, it looks like it's just kind of set in there. So that I would knock the company, not the shipping company. If I move this, that compactor, that rammer is just in there. I didn't want to open it up any further, so I don't know if it was supposed to be bolted or strapped or something, but it's not. It's just in the box. And whatever happened with UPS happened. See, this is kind of broke open, right? So I sent him a picture of this, and I said, no, I didn't open it. It was broken open in shipping. And so round and round, talked with management and whatever, and they basically said, nope, no returns, not because I used it, but because it was damaged. And so this is my issue. And I'm just trying to give you info because I found no reviews on this company. So it was kind of like, oh, I'll give it a shot. The price was good. And nobody else had this particular really lightweight model. So I'm like, whatever, I'll give it a shot. So this is kind of my thing. The company put it in this crate. This crate failed. I didn't put it in this crate. This crate, I didn't cause any of this. I kind of think that this machine should be strapped down inside this crate. And the crate's way bigger than it needs to be. If you look, it looks like it ends here. So you got a lot of excess. This is a hard thing to move for UPS. I'm not sure that UPS was a good choice either. And I would definitely say it should be strapped down better inside the crate. And I roll that right onto House of Contractors. I think that's their fault. I don't think it's my fault at all. The second thing is when they did the shipping, if their policy is we'll take it back unless it's damaged in shipping, you got to give the customer a chance to see if it's damaged. and there was no signature required. There's no nothing. The dude just rolled up and said, he started dropping it, right? I got an alert on my Ring camera. I said, hey, I know you're doing a shipment. Do you need me there? And he said, nope, I'm just dropping it, right? So that was set up by House of Contractors. There's no signature required, so UPS or whoever they use every time can just drop this off with a damaged crate and then you're no longer eligible for return. That's not right. It's not my fault that this is damaged. So this I dealt with Amazon and a lot of other places, they have nice return policies, and I tend to lean on that probably more than I should, but if it were to say on there, all sales are final, or shipping or returns are allowed unless it's damaged in shipping, and we don't require inspection or signature on shipping, I'd say that's too risky, because what if they drop it off damaged? I won't be able to return it, right? So it's kind of false advertising to me. So, they act like if you don't use it, you can return it. But I'm just letting you know, after rounds and rounds and rounds of emails, which I'll try to screenshot into this video, if you get something that's damaged like this, you own it. I was just told by a level of management, we're not going to take it back. You should try to sell it locally. So that's kind of a weird business practice. Like, yeah, we won't take it back, but you should sell it on your own. I've just never been told that by a legitimate company, so I don't know. Take it for what it's worth. I think in this case, the unit's not damaged, but now that they've fought me for 2 weeks and confirmed that they're not going to take return, I might as well really open this thing up and see if it's damaged. Now, if it's damaged, we got a whole different review here. So if this unit is damaged in shipping, guess what? You own it. Period. Unless you have a damaged shipping slip, but they don't require any signature when shipping. So if they break this unit into 10 pieces and drop a crate off at your house when you're not home, you own it. You can't return it. And they're just gonna be like, well, it's clearly defined in our policies that it can't be open, but it's not open. It's just damaged, you see. So I'm pretty critical here. Let me screenshot it, but everything I'm telling you is 100% honest. It was, I just wouldn't recommend it. If something goes wrong outside of your control, they're going to tell you it's on you, not on them. So don't, if you can help it.